Governor's vaccine mandate for teachers and school staff is now in effect. And while a handful of people are not complying and going on leave, some districts are reporting hundreds of its staff are being granted exemptions. Good evening and thank you for choosing NBC5 News at 6. I'm Grace Smith.
And I'm Anna Weeks. And talking to multiple school districts today, we haven't found one that's denied a single exemption request.
As NBC5's Jenna King explains, the districts aren't doing anything wrong. This is the way the state has set up the governor's vaccine mandate. That's our top story tonight at 6.
No major religion has opposed COVID-19 vaccines. Many religious leaders, including Pope Francis, have even come out in support of them. But that hasn't stopped hundreds of Southern Oregon school employees from getting religious exemptions approved.
Large majority of those were religious exceptions.
The area's largest school district, Medford School, says 283 people, 18% of its staff, have an approved exemption, either religious or medical. The district confirms no exemptions were rejected. Medford Superintendent Brett Champion told us last month that his district will not check religious exemption claims to ensure they are legitimate.
The reality is we were handed a set of rules. We're abiding by those rules, and we will continue to do so.
Ashland confirms it too approved every exemption request and said the vast majority were religious. On Monday, the Grants Pass School District told us that 21% of its staff had approved exemptions. Tuesday, a spokeswoman declined to say if any exemption requests were denied or how many were of a medical or religious nature.
I believe all of those were approved because we didn't want to put ourselves in a position of questioning someone's religion or God.
Klamath County School Superintendent Glenn Shimoniak says of his district's 895 employees, 237 were granted medical or religious exemptions. That's about 26% of staff. He said only a handful of them were medical exemptions.
It was a difficult decision for some people who really didn't believe in the vaccine. And so anyway, I just didn't want to put them in that position of either get vaccinated or lose your job. So I was glad the exceptions came along and they could have some other choices.
The state says employees who file a religious exemption must sign an OHA form stating that they are requesting an exception from the COVID-19 vaccination requirement on the basis of a sincerely held religious belief. It includes a statement describing the way in which the vaccination requirement conflicts with the religious observance, practice, or belief of the individual.
So it's how the state of Oregon has chosen to maintain this. And so we are working to ensure that all of our employees do follow all those rules.
Jenna King reporting. People with approved exemptions may see a change to their jobs. That's something multiple districts have told us they are currently figuring out. We asked what the governor thought of how the situation was playing out. Her office pointed us to the state's rules and a video statement today, thanking Oregonians for getting vaccinated.